Samford University's Journalism and Mass Communication program has always been about new beginnings. Liberal arts education and professional training help students begin careers in print and broadcast journalism, the internet, public relations, advertising, and more. Valuable experiences gained at the Samford Crimson, the Entre Nous yearbook, the magazines Exodus, Engage, and Sojourn, and through broadcasting at WVSU Radio and the Samford News Network, a growing television operation. These opportunities and more are a product of a quarter century of hard work by students, faculty, the university administration, and program supporters. We're celebrating 25 years of the JMC department, but Samford's journalism history actually begins at the start of the 20th century on the campus of Howard College. Media historian Julie Williams calls Jasper Hutto the founding father of journalism at Howard. He graduated from Howard College with a bachelor's degree in 1909 and a master's degree in 1910. While there, he served as the editor of the student newspaper and helped to establish Entre Nous. Hutto left Marion and attended classes at the University of Missouri, earning one of the first journalism degrees from that program. He returned to Howard in 1915, founding what is considered the South's first School of Journalism. That same year, the Howard Crimson went to press. Students in their first year in the journalism program covered the news and published the paper. The Howard School of Journalism dissolved in 1919, but returned in 1923 in the form of one class in the English department. In 1945, the journalism department was reborn and produced journalism stars like Harold Martin and Timothy Robinson. Martin won a Pulitzer in 1970 as the editor of the Montgomery Advertiser and the Alabama Journal. Robinson, the namesake of the department's Washington Post Fellowship, also achieved great success. His career included covering the Watergate trials for the Post and serving as the editor of the National Law Journal. Howard College moved to Homewood in the 1950s and was renamed Samford University in 1965. In 1972, it announced development plans for the property across from campus, but area residents were critical of the plan. Crimson editor Randall Williams tried to cover the story, but Samford president Leslie Wright stood in the way. Crimson staffers resigned and started an independent publication. The underground newspaper, Another Voice, earned several prestigious awards while being funded by the students, sympathetic faculty members, ads, and community support. The staffers at Another Voice were again soon threatened by President Wright. Most resigned, but the two who stayed on ultimately lost their scholarships. Richmond Brown, the journalism department chair, was fired, and the department was closed in 1973. The journalism department was reborn in 1985. John Clemenson was named chair of the newly formed Journalism Mass Communication Department that year. He reestablished the print track and introduced computers to the classroom. He expanded the program by adding a broadcast track, including a television studio and associated equipment. He also added public relations and advertising courses as enrollments grew to more than 80 majors. David Shipley became chair in 1997. He headed up the public relations track and instituted a Public Relations Student Society of America chapter. Shipley also played a key role in creating the Timothy Robinson Fellowship Program with the Washington Post. Bernie Ankney became the third chair of the department in 2006. A former reporter in Washington, D.C., Ankney has worked with the JMC faculty to implement media convergence. Ankney has also worked to strengthen the department's Robinson Fellowship Program. Each year, a JMC student interns with the Post. At the same time, a Post staffer comes to Samford to teach classes and present a public lecture, the Timothy Robinson Forum. Speakers have included Pulitzer Prize-winning columnists David Broder and Eugene Robinson. Some of the department's most recent accomplishments include the creation of an interdisciplinary film production minor and a 50% enrollment increase in 3 years. Samford's graduates are emerging into rapidly evolving industries. The JMC program is proving its adaptability for a new generation of students, pursuing new ways to offer bright new beginnings at the start of another quarter century of excellence.